Kia ora. We all have a human right to a decent home, just as we have a right to freedom of expression, or the right to health care, or the right to health protection. And this is a message to those of you here in Aotearoa New Zealand who are not having your housing needs and your housing rights adequately met. You may have found no other option than to live in a motel, or your car, or even on the street. You might be unable to afford the basics like food, or unable to save for the future because your rent or housing costs are just too much. It could be that mould and dampness are causing health problems for you, your whānau or flatmates. It could also be that you simply cannot get into a home that will meet your personal accessibility and cultural needs. So however you are affected, it is not good enough. We must find solutions that help you realise the right to a decent home and join our voices together to improve our housing system here in Aotearoa. No future generation should live through a housing crisis. A housing crisis is not some sort of natural disaster. It's the result of decades of neglect by duty bearers, that is, by those who've committed internationally to deliver the right to a decent home for everyone. The government, councils, housing providers and landlords, they all have an obligation to do all they reasonably can to ensure that you and future generations can live in an affordable, healthy, accessible home. These duty bearers must fulfil the promises of Te Tiriti o Waitangi to enable Māori to realise a decent home on their terms. The Human Rights Commission is undertaking a housing inquiry because human rights can help all of us create a fair, accessible, decent, affordable housing system for everyone. And human rights breaches must be remedied. Our housing system must be made more accountable. The Human Rights Commission has set out guidelines that explain what the right to a decent home means for communities, for government, and we've outlined the need for effective accountability of governments for housing. Now, in the coming months, we will report on what we believe needs to change and how. And your voice is crucial. Whether it is reporting on the affordability of rents or the ongoing use of motels as transitional housing, we want to hear your voice, your experiences. We can join our voices together to make sure that those who have human rights responsibilities actually listen and deliver. I hope that you will join us, because everyone has the right to a decent home grounded on Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Kia ora.